Well, everyone, and welcome to this epic episode of Wayback Tech, and we're going to be taking a look at a very rare system. I've never seen a second one of these in my life. And knowing YouTube, there's probably going to be 5 or 10 or 50 of you that say, oh yeah, I had like 10 of those back in the day. I've never seen one other than this one I got on eBay a few years ago. It's CompUSA built Home Series PC. It says so right there. In fact, I've got a piece of paper over there to prove it even further. This is CompUSA's in-house computer systems. Back in the day, and when I say back in the day, this is early 2000s, 2001, somewhere in there, 2000, 2001, about there. They were doing their own in-home built computers, and this is the only example I've ever come across of such a thing. So let's go ahead and take a look at what came in the box. So just like HP's and Dell's and Sony's and pretty much every other OEM system of the day, you got this big colorful piece of paper that was inside of the box and told you how to hook everything up and what things looked like. And I couldn't begin to tell you how many times I used to think when I'd see these that, you know, they treated customers like they didn't know anything. Truth of the matter is, customers really don't know anything, and this would still be useful even today. So opening this is kind of like revealing a poster or something here. We got pictures of the computer, like one right there. There's another one. Oh, there's that one. And it looks like the case, so that's good. Also, things like this is what the modem jack looks like, and this is what a power cord looks like, and oh, there's the monitor, and there's the PS2. And I gotta say, this looks more like almost the size of a AT keyboard, but it does have a little thingy in the middle there, so I guess we'll call that a PS2. Here's your ports for your stereo, microphone, speaker things. And we got a voltage switch. Make sure you check that. Make sure. It says so. Make sure to check. See? Naughty, naughty, naughty if you don't. Smoky, smoky, go boom. Accessory box speaker. I mean, this is what you normally see back in the day. This is dated 5 of 99, so that dates this system pretty good there. We can flip this around and we have nothing on the back of that. So I say poster because that's basically what this is printed on, is poster paper. Alright, so let's explain this. So I found this system on eBay when I was just looking at CompUSA stuff. And I didn't know at that time they ever had their own computer lines either. This is probably about 4 or 5 years ago now. You can see there's a lot of dust coming off of that. The guy that sold me this computer on eBay, I ended up getting this for free. How did I do that? Because of this. You see, the guy decided that it would be okay, and so did UPS, by the way, that it would be okay to ship this in a couple brown paper bags that were taped up. Yes, that's right. This came shipped like this in a brown paper bag. I was not a happy camper whatsoever when I saw that, and he told me that the person at the UPS store said that would be perfectly fine. Anyway, as you can see, it's not, and unfortunately because of that, I'm going to say just complete inept packing, because there was no packing. Of course, this case got cracked and it is tweaked a little bit, and it's not quite, square. So this is going to be the first time since I got the computer that I've actually tried turning it on. I've been sitting on this for a while, and I guess I just decided in my efforts to go through my stuff and kind of thin stuff out that I go ahead and do a video on this guy. So I don't know any of the history about this computer. I don't know if these drives are original. This one, because it's yellowed to similar yellowing of the case, it makes me think it's probably of the same era. although this is not too much newer and it's kind of obviously not yellowed. So it's weird how plastics do that, and they'll do that even when they're not in the sun. So they just kind of do that over time. Even my bathtub. So let's go ahead and crack this open here and just see what it looks like. But all I've done is take the cover off on this, and it's kind of like pulling apart an AT case in the sense of, you know, you got this. There's some cooling vents right there for Gamer's Nexus. There's one. So let's see here. We've got a cisgender 620. And let's see here. Let's just go ahead and take a seat in our favorite computer chair. We've got some cables. We're missing our hard drive. So who knows what the operating system looked like from CompUSA. It's kind of dirty. You can see the yumminess that is. Possibly it's had a PCI video card at one time. Don't know. Obviously there was something there. ESS. Looks like ESS onboard chip there. Audio chip. Got a pretty decent heatsink here. No fan. It's, you know, that's interesting. There's not even any cooling from the power supply, it looks like, going on there. Wow. Well, that's a passive heatsink, but there's not much air moving around it to be cooling it. It's going to be probably really quiet unless this is... That seems to be okay. This is one of these half-size power supplies, which I always hated, but that was common to see in these kinds of cases. We've got some thick sheet metal here. Rounded edges so the assembly people don't cut their fingers off. And we've got a thing that says caution. Danger of explosion if the battery is incorrectly replaced. Replace only with the same as equivalent. Type recommended. Is that a special battery? It's just a CR2032. Can't really replace that incorrectly. Looks like we have some Sanyo capacitors here. Green with the little K on them there. And I got some more on there. Sanyo capacitors were really pretty high quality back in the day. So that's kind of surprising to see on a obviously low-end budget motherboard. We do have 2 ISO slots though, so we could have some true DOS gaming fun with this. We maybe do that come next month. Maybe this will be a DOScember video. Who knows? We got our quick release right here to pull our cage, if you'll call it that, out of there. And we've got 2 colorful stickers right here to indicate, I don't know. Let's take a look at the date of the drives here, at least the top one. Give us an indication as to maybe if it's original. Well, it says November of 1999. So that would be about the right era. Maybe he bought it, assuming it was a he, maybe he bought it after he bought the system or had it upgraded, or maybe it was installed by the boys at CompUSA. Not really very well aligned, so I'm going to say, I don't know. Obviously we're screws here and screws there, but we're no screws over here, so either that's the original drive or the one underneath is the original drive. I'm going to call it, and I'm just going to say the one on the bottom is the original drive, because I think a budget PC like this would not have come with a CD writer. I think he probably bought this after he got the computer, so. And because it didn't come with any screws, probably just used the screws that CompUSA had already put into the drive down below, and that's why they're the way they are. So nice click. So it's a celery. I don't have any specs of this system. I couldn't tell you what it had or what it currently has. So giving 1999, this could be a celery 366, 433, a 500 maybe. Alright, well I guess there's nothing left to do but to put some power to this and see if it pops. I guess before I do that I should give some attention to the back here. You can see some more CompUSA stickers there telling us, you know, who to call. Definitely not Ghostbusters. Got a model number here and FCC stuff. And that says hardware tested year 2000 compliant. Well, there we go. Don't have to worry about the world blowing up because this computer is A-OK. And it looks like just a removable back panel here. Nothing remarkable there. It kind of strikes me as like a E-machine or even a CTX. It's really kind of has the width of a CTX system. But my understanding when I looked it up, CompUSA did build these systems in-house. I don't know if they were built to order or if they were just built as, you know, pre-assembled, pre-configured systems and then boxed and, you know, sent to the stores. I also read that some of the stores at least did have their own assembly areas, so I don't really know for sure. I've never had a CompUSA to visit in the past, so yeah, okay, well, that's the boring side, I guess, so why am I looking at that? Alright, let's go ahead and do what I said before and power this thing up. What's the worst that can happen, right? So I gotta flip the switch down here, so alright, let's find out here. I saw the keyboard flash. Okay, so just like the Apollo 13 capsule, we've flipped all the switches over. And in the words of a rarely seen YouTuber nowadays, UXW Bill, smoke test! Well, that sounds like there's a hard drive in it. Must be the CD-ROMs. CompUSA PC. Let's go into the setup. I'm sure that if this thing still has its time and date, I'm going to be completely flabbergasted. It can't possibly be. No way. Nope. Yeah, 256 meg of RAM. Not bad for 1999. That's a decent amount for that year. It's actually maybe more than I had then. I might have just had half of that time. Of course, it could have been upgraded. You just don't know. BIOS featurettes. Looks like our standard stuff. Ooh, we got some chipset stuff to play with, though. We do have some memory timings, and well, I mean, since we don't have an actual AGP slot, I guess that kind of makes up for it. Probably not, but let's go ahead and see what's under this guy. Same standard stuff again. I'm actually surprised to see that this motherboard has some things in the BIOS here. I'll have to look up the, oh, we even got a temperature over there. I say that's probably a little bit cool, maybe not. I'm actually really surprised this has monitor voltages too, wow. Oh, that's pretty impressive. I wonder who makes this board. I'll have to look up the BIOS ID. See who made this board, because I'm sure it doesn't just say, right? Or maybe it does. Maybe I need to read the screen. Maybe I need to hit the tab key and just see what it says here. Does it say? I hit the tab key. I'm pressing the tab key. Well, that went by way too fast. 500, so it's a Celery 500, 128K of cache. So, it's trying to boot from the CD-ROM here, which I don't think it's going to be able to do, because I don't think there's anything in there. Let's go ahead and see if they eject. Ooh, oh. It tried. Oh. Well. Ooh, sucked it back in though. It kind of really tries to think about it, and then let's just help it there. I have DVD drives over the years that are way newer than these that won't even open, so just the fact that these open impresses me. So, well, it kind of tried to. It did better that time. We got a play button on here. That's cool. Oh, it's. So actually, I still have. This is the era when I still had, like cell phones don't nowadays. These had headphone jacks on them, and this one even had digital volume controls. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Digital volume controls. Play and stop. Looks like we had our writing lights there. This one even had play and stop here. This looks like it had fast forward on that CD-ROM. Traditional standard analog volume control there. Nothing wrong with that. So all in all, it's like a normal basic system from back in the day. I'd call this the equivalent to the E-machine of the day. That's probably actually what this was competing against. I guess we'll find out how this system works. I got to do a hard drive of some sort, operating system, do some tests like that, but I think we'll save that for another video. So I think that's going to be it for this video, guys. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again right here on the Wayback Tech channel. Listen to what I hear, a fan that's not rattling or squealing like a stuck little pig, or squealing like a stuck little pig.